Now we discuss some important rules and principle. First is Pauli exclusion principle. As per Pauli exclusion principle, no two electrons in an atom can have all the four quantum numbers same. That means all four quantum number for a particular electron cannot be same. There will be a different quantum number. For example, if we take an electron which has same n, m, and l, that means they refers the same orbital. Then the ms will be different because one of the electron will be clockwise, another will be anti-clockwise. That means this ms will be 1 by 2 for one of the electron and minus 1 by 2 for another electron. Hence we can say that no two electrons can have the same all four quantum numbers. This is the Pauli exclusion principle. Second is Hund rules. As per Hund's rules, in the number of unpaired electrons in a given energy level is maximum. This given energy level refers the cell. So in a cell, there should be maximum number of unpaired electrons. For example, if we take D subcell which has 5d orbitals, an electron comes, then it will fill the one of the orbital. Then next electron will be in the another orbital because it can pair up, but according to Hund's rule, it will not pair up. It will go to the next empty orbital and the spin will be in the same direction. Similarly, if third electrons come, it will go to into the third orbital, fourth electron in fourth empty orbital, and fifth electron in fifth empty orbital. After that, it start to get pair up. If the sixth electron comes, then it will pair up with the earlier available electron. Therefore, Hund's rule is that number of the unpaired electrons will be maximum in a particular energy level. N plus L rule. This rule refers the sequence of filling the energy levels. That means energy levels are filled in the increasing order of their energy. First filled the lowest energy levels and then higher energy levels. And electron enters the orbital with lowest value of n plus L. As per n plus rule, the electrons enter the orbital which has the lowest value of n plus L for the available orbitals. And if in case n plus L becomes equal for the two orbitals, then the orbital with the lower n will be preferred. For example, we take two orbitals, say 3d and 4s. Here for 3d, n and L are 3 is n and d for d, L is 2. So total sum is n plus L equal to 5. While for 4s, n will be equal to 4 and L will be equal to 0. Therefore, n plus L will be equal to 4 plus 0, that is equal to 4. Hence, we see here n plus L is lower for 4s electron than the 3d. Therefore, 4s has the lower energy than 3d orbital, implies that 4s orbital will be filled prior to the 3d, though its n is higher. Next point is extra stability of the half filled and the fully filled orbitals. It means the orbitals which are half filled, for example, an orbital D subcell has the 5d orbitals, and if it is half filled, it is more stable than the orbitals which is having the 4 electrons or 3 electrons or 2 electrons. Similarly, a orbital, say d orbitals, having fully filled, all 10 electrons are available, then this configuration is more stable than the other available configurations. Examples are chromium has the outer configuration as 3d4 and 4s2. This is as per the rule. But because of the extra stability of the half filled orbitals, the actual configuration of chromium is 3d5 4s1. Similarly, for copper, which has 29 atomic number, it has outer configuration as 3d9 4s2 as per the rule. Configuration of copper will be 3d10. It is the fully filled d orbital 4s1. So we have to remember these two cases for extra stability of half filled and the fully filled orbitals. Next is the periodic table. Periodic table has 18 groups, and these 18 groups divided into the 4 categories: S block element, P block element, D block elements, and F block elements. Group 1 and 2 are called S block elements, because they have the configuration, outer configuration as ns1 to 2. The first group, which are also called alkali metals, has outer configuration as ns1, that means last electron enter into the s orbital of the outermost cell. Similarly, in group 2, last electron enters in the s orbital of the outermost cell. While the p block element has the configuration of ns2, np1 to 6. So there are the 6 groups from 13 to 18, and this configuration are ns2, np1 for group 13, ns2, np2 for group 14, and so on to ns2, np6. This is for the group 18 element, which are also known as the noble gases or inert gases. Next are D block elements. These are also called the transition elements, and they exist between the S block elements and the P block elements. These are called transition because property transits from S block to P block through D block elements. And in D block elements, last or the final electron enters into the penultimate cell, the first from the last, that is, it is the n-1 D. Electron enters in the d orbital of n-1th orbital. Similarly, another is F block element. In the F block elements, the electrons are added to the anti-penultimate cell. That means second from the last. If last is n, this anti-penultimate cell is n-2, and of this cell, electrons enter into the F orbital. So these are the F block elements.